everyone, and welcome to Emu Bear Plays Age of Engineering. Now this is a secretly tailored mod pack that involves a lot of technological mods. It doesn't do any mods that are considered magical by nature, and it uses a progressionary system where one mod is, say, locked behind another. So without further ado, we will begin. I will be playing on a multiplayer server. I will be playing with my friend Lord Flydon, and we will occasionally be doing videos together. We will also be doing videos singularly, or at least I will be. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below, and we'll get started. So this is where myself and Lord Flydon are currently holed up. It's a little hole in the ground. It's dark outside. I better sleep. So this is our little camp. We found this area rather quickly, and I can show you on our map. We started over here on this island and slowly took boats down here to explore this area, and when we realized that it was mostly extreme hills here, we decided to take a look at this other shoreline, going along until we found this crescent island area. Well, it's not really an island, but we call it the island. And so from there, quickly got a farm set up. This is my own personal design based off of studies. From what I've found, if you do crops in singular lines, it enhances their growth rate. So what we have here is 4 rows of wheat, 2 rows of canola seeds from actually additions, 1 row each of flax, coffee, and rice, all from actually additions as well. And then I made these little pens to collect animals. So we have cows, sheep, and chickens. We also very quickly got started with Tinker's Construct. And if you don't know what that mod is, it is a mod that allows you to create this smeltery array, as you see here. Very, very variable. You can have it as small as you want, to where there's only 1 block inside, or you can have it in this 3x3 format where you can go bigger. You could have, I believe it can be as large as you want it to be, both in all 3 dimensions. So long, wide, tall. All 3 of those dimensions can be as large as you want, and it will still be a functional smeltery as long as you have the controller and the seared tank and at least one of these drains, so that you can actually pull the liquid metal out of it. So from there, we got enough materials and we set up these IC2 machines. We've got the electric furnace, the metal former, the macerator, the extractor, the block cutting machine. We've got a pump and a solar distiller, a couple of bat boxes with a low voltage solar power array, and then we got steel production set up so that we could get the steel that we needed to make our tool forge, as well as get the improved blast furnace from immersive engineering, which requires less material cost compared to the IC2 blast furnace. From there, we also proceeded to go to the Nether. We collected nether quartz, cobalt, ardite. Most of what we need is usually iron. So iron, it tends to be in short supply around here. So from going to the Nether, after we were done with that, we found another fortress, fought some blazes. We came back and we did some more improvements here. Lord Flydon went and found mineral trees to get their saplings so that they could grow here, and these are important for integrated dynamics. And we set up a sugarcane farm, have these rubber tree stumps here to collect the sticky resin for rubber. We have these trophies that are part of the mod pack as well, and each of the items on these trophy stacks is what we had to obtain in order to get said trophy. Lord Flydon helped us collect these items from actually additions and calculators so that we can produce our RF, which is short for redstone flux, and a lot of machines require that, except for the IC2 machines, and Tech Reborn, I believe, uses EU as well. So you've got RF, which is redstone flux, and EU, which I don't know what that stands for. And then there's also mechanical mod Mechanism, which uses its own power as well. It uses what's it called? It's like universal power. So normally in a standard mod pack that you create or find on the internet, if it has Mechanism in it, you would be able to use Mechanism to translate power between different power systems. However, with this mod pack, that is disabled as to promote using each individual mod's power system and their generators, which in later game will be helpful because we also had the mod Draconic Evolution is installed, and what that does, if you get enough of the right materials, is you can make a large reactor that produces a large quantity of power. But there's also extreme reactors, which allows you to create a nuclear reactor which can provide RF. I don't know if it can provide EU. But there's various technology mods in this game, or in this mod pack, that allow you to do virtually anything to create power. There is one mod on here that is advanced generators. I think it's called advanced generators. And what it does is it allows you to create a multi-block structure, much like the Tinker's Smeltery or this coke oven here from Immersive Engineering. And what that allows you to do is it will take a burnable liquid from any mod, use it to produce power, and that power can be exported as both RF or EU. So it's very useful when you have massive systems that require either power supply, as long as you have the liquid needed to run the generator. So eventually we will be working our way up to one of those. because they are very useful. At the same time, having one of those extreme reactors would be helpful as well. So in case we have one area that needs a large supply of power, we can set up a nuclear reactor that can power that area without much of a deficit. The same thing goes for industrial craft. Industrial craft has uranium ore that you can mine that allows you to create a nuclear reactor as well. Now, if you're familiar with modded Minecraft, I do apologize for going through all the semantics, but I'd like to go through all of this for the people that don't know, so that they have some inkling of what's going on while they enjoy the video. So if you are already familiar with modded Minecraft, I do apologize. I just like to do this for people that don't, so that they understand what's all going on. Because I'm sure most people are well aware, before you were acquainted with modded Minecraft stumped you. You didn't understand it. You wanted an explanation. You wanted to understand it. And most people understand by learning, whereas other people understand by watching videos. So with this mod pack, we do have extra utilities and we also have applied energistics too, which of course is always good to have storage systems. With Minecraft 1.10.2, I am more of a fan of the refined storage mod when it comes to large storage systems, but I suppose that's because refined storage is more of a lazy man's applied energistics, because there's nothing complicated about it. You don't have to do a lot of extremely complicated stuff. Overall, applied energistics and refined storage are generally both very good mods. So, and I find them rather interchangeable. So, choosing one over the other, not that big of a difference to me. So what we have here is a basic greenhouse, which is collecting coal dust from prune seeds. Where's that zombie coming from? And over here we have our Empower setup from Actual Editions. What this allows us to do is use power in certain items to empower other items in such a way as, say, so this mod has crystals of its own that it requires from basic Minecraft materials, and therefore you take redstone and you turn it into something called a Restonia crystal. Well, with the Empower, you take that Restonia crystal and turn it into an empowered Restonia crystal, which can be used to further extend your Actual Editions machines, upgrades and the like. So for right now, mostly showing you around the compound. Well, it's not really a compound, but eventually it will. I mean, that is the end game goal. Do you plan on turning this into a proper compound? So we just have some light storage here for rice bread, seeds, wheat, canola seeds, canola, string, and flax seeds. And like I said, we have the mineral trees growing for when we get into integrated dynamics. I believe our next step so we're getting into calculator and actually additions so that we can proceed to the next age. The next age would be the farming age, which means we will need sturdy casings, which means after all of this and we get headway into how all of these work together in junction with how the mod pack restricts crafting recipes behind other mods. We will be getting into forestry, which for some people forestry can be a bother. Not everybody likes the bees that forestry offers. I myself, not being a big of a fan of the bees, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, especially if it means enjoying a mod pack. So I'm not gonna sit here and dog on the bees. That's not what I'm about. I'm about enjoying this mod pack, having a good time. My companion, Lord Flydon, set up a bee house for us so that we could get started on bees. So he's doing that. And so for right now, mostly this wide open forest area, not very flat, it's kind of rugged. We don't have any precise area for everything. It's kind of just a conglomeration of everything that we could really fit into one area. So maybe this will change. We might work and move some different areas. Like we might carve into this area over here and put some machines or stuff over here and upgrade this crap cobblestone bridge into something a little better. Other than that, I believe that is everything that I have for you guys today. So, without further ado, if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate you sharing it with your friends, see what they think. If you would like to subscribe, please do so. And I hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye now.